Yeah, we're bringing the doers to the stage. We're bringing the doers to the stage.
This would be the remix.
Hey, all right, all right. Come through, well through real estate. All right, these my peoples. So this is our student panel, and so one of the things that I do as a coach, as a mentor, is I believe that you have to be able to show proof of concept. I believe you have to be able to show receipts. I believe that you have to be able to take away the superpower, because people will say, well, Tommy, of course you can do fix and flips. You've done 300 of them. Or Tommy, you've been doing it over 16 years. Okay. All right. So then let's go find people that have been with me 1 year, 2 year, 3 years, and let's duplicate that. Let's duplicate that in them. So one of the things that Lisa Nichols, my mentor, says is that your students will shorten the gap between the people in the audience and the stage, because they will explain away your greatness because of how long you've done it. So you find regular people that want to do extraordinary things in real estate and won't let anything hold them back, and those are the people that you show your people. So I am so proud, and y'all seen some of my students on the videos leading up to. Somebody get a picture of this? Of all, because half of these people I had to beg, borrow, and steal to get on stage, because they're more behind scenes. But this is part of their curriculum, learning how to tell your story, right? Because your story's not for you, it's for somebody else. Your story's never for you. Me saying yes to this was not for me. It was for them. And them saying yes isn't for them. It's for somebody else. So Sally, you came to America with $200 in your pocket. How are you now a real estate mogul, own your own salon, made $86,000 on your first flip? How can that be? You only had $200. How can that be? How did you do that?
Determination and a lot of prayers, and being in rooms like this and believing in myself. Last year, I remember I was sitting in one of those seats, and I promised to myself that sometime, somehow, I was going to be in this panel. And look at me today, telling my story and believing in myself. And that's what I did, pushing forward.
Good for you. So, Ashley, when you called me and you said, T, I've been watching you for a while. I'm in the process of, and I'm not saying anything she hasn't said, I'm in the process of dissolving my marriage. And it's me and my son. And so I'm going to take some of what I have left from the sale of my house, and I'm going to bet on me. What happened when you bet on you?
So amazing things happen when I betted on me. Tommy will tell you I actually watched him for some months before I actually just made a decision to bet on me. So some of y'all in the audience may have been following on social media or watching some of our stories thinking like when to get started. That was definitely me. But sometimes we have to realize that we can be the ones stopping ourselves. You know what I mean? Like the enemy can sometimes be the inner me. You know what I mean? Don't be the weapon that's formed against yourself, causing you not to prosper. So as he mentioned, I was going through a transition of going through a divorce. I didn't know what was gonna come next for me and my son. At the time, I was a stay-at-home mom. My ex-husband was the primary breadwinner. So I had to make that decision. And since then, like following in Tommy's footsteps, I was successfully able to make a net profit of 80 grand on my first flip. The second one, it
Whoa,
was.
whoa, whoa. Thank you.
The second one, it was close to 130, and now on this.
Whoa, whoa, what do you
third
mean?
one,
What's whoa, whoa, whoa? What's 130? 130 what?
130,000.
So you made $130,000 on your second deal, right?
Yes.
First deal you made 80, and my math isn't that good. That's 210 grand. And what was your base salary in corporate America when you left?
So my base salary in corporate was like a little over 80. I was making like 84,000 and doing risk and compliance and mortgage banking. And to be able to do that and it took 7 weeks to complete the rehab and to sell it. I had an offer in a couple days. So just to do that in a little over a month and a half was,
Mind-blowing.
it was mind blowing. Yes.
So the deal you just finished, the house that we filmed at, what are we looking at the net profit on that house?
Around 208,000.
How long you been in the program?
What'd you say?
How long you been in the program?
I joined May of 2022.
22. So 2 years, a little over 300 grand on 3 deals. And now you're just fearless.
Yes.
So the things that once appeared to be a mountain are now mere speed bumps because of your courage. Good for you. Quincy Green.
Yes, sir.
You take care of your dad. You take care of your mom. You take care of you guys are the primary caregivers for your wife's parents as well. But somehow, in the 3 years that you and your wife have been in the program, y'all have done how many deals?
We're on number 12, right?
You're on number 13.
13?
Yeah.
Okay, 13. I missed the number.
But wait a minute. You have a full-time job, your wife has a full-time job, and you're the primary caregiver for your dad because your sister lives in Atlanta, right? Florida?
That's correct.
Yeah. So wouldn't it be easy just to say you don't have time for this?
Absolutely. It would be easy to say that, but we find time. We do a lot of time management together, and the main thing is having a team around us. It can't be done without a team and mentorship. We get relieved of a bunch of stuff because we got the right people around us.
So 13 deals.
Yes, sir.
Man, my average student makes $50,000 a deal. Anybody want to count their money? Don't count it. Man. So real estate is real, Quincy.
It's real. It's real.
This stuff really works.
Yeah. We came to you and asked you about it. You start walking us through the first process, and it's been up from there.
It's been up from
Yeah.
there.
And we-
Okay. Well, we're going to discredit you because you're a husband and wife team, and you got dual income and all that kind of stuff. So we're going to go to Shayla, who's single, who comes from the fashion industry, but one of the hardest working students that I have. Shayla, how can this real estate stuff be real, and what did you do on your first deal?
It's kind of not really real in the beginning. Like, it's really a dream, and it just kind of happens instantly. And like, you're put in the situations, you have to make decisions. I didn't know I was going to have to make those decisions, and I made them fast. And life happened real fast once I got in. It's like, you're like, I'm ready to jump in. But when you jump in, you're like, oh, oh my God, is this real? It I don't know. It's a dream. It's really a dream. What was the other question?
What's money?
Huh? Oh,
So
I
you
made
saved the
42,000.
So you saved the family from foreclosure. You stopped the foreclosure. The parents had died. They had left the house to a mentally ill child who wasn't emotionally nor physically equipped to keep the inheritance. And so we got a call right at the 12th hour, right before the house was going to foreclosure.
Right.
And so we were able to stop the foreclosure. We were able to keep a portion of the inheritance in place that the parents had intended when they left the house, when they transitioned. So we created a win-win situation. Good for you. Good for you. Mr. Derek Wall,
Yes, sir.
you've been in real estate as a real estate inspector for how many years?
19, I'll be 20 in May of next year.
20, okay. So you're already in real estate. Why would you want to get into the investment side? I mean, why would you want to do that?
First of all, it has been a lifelong dream. I always wanted to be my own boss, which my business did allow me to do that. But then I also realized over time that I still didn't have the freedom that I wanted. And so when I approached you, that's when I told you, I was like, okay, man, I've been good, I've done well, but I need a change in my lifestyle. And so that's what I approached you with.
Okay. So you're on your third house, right? Mm-hmm. You just went to market on your third house. What'd you make on your first deal?
Well, it was a lot smaller than what I would have.
That ain't what I asked. What'd you make?
Well,
I think
okay.
we always want more.
Well, I got that one from a wholesaler, so I netted like 20 grand off of it.
20 grand. But you learned a lot. You learned a lot.
I did. That was a big lesson.
Okay.
Big lesson learned.
So on this house that's on the market now, what's the projection? What are we looking to make?
And that one actually went over budget because as you see
What
on
are we
some of my
making?
pictures, but
Y'all
on
hear
that,
the engineer mind? I just asked him what he made. That's all I asked.
That's the trauma talking.
Shayla heard some of my horror stories, but I'll net 40K. It's actually it's under contract right now, and we're scheduled to close on the 26th.
All right, good job. So I'm bringing up the youngster of the group. I saved the best for last. Miss Tanika,
Yes.
you're the youngest one to the group, meaning as far as tenure with Wealth Through Real Estate. You did a flip?
I did.
You did?
I did.
How was it?
It was interesting. Your first one, I said that I have like flipping PTSD because it's always something.
So you went over budget because we had to do windows
We had to do windows and a roof.
and a roof and a new HVAC system.
Yes.
And then we found out the plumbing was shot. So we had to replumb the entire house.
At that point, I said, Tommy, can we just throw the house away?
So Tanika called and was like, I quit. I'm done. I was like, you can't quit. There's no quitters in Wealth Through Real Estate. Now, with all of those surprises, you're going to closing next week. With all of those budget overruns, you're going to closing next week.
Well, I'm going to close it on the 14th. Well, I'm just saying, I'm counting down the days. Go
Okay,
ahead.
all right. So with all of those surprises, what are you still walking away with at closing?
It's about 53.
That part. So, real quick, Sally, what would you tell somebody that's thinking about saying yes to themselves and joining the Wealth Through Real Estate team? Real quick.
Real quick, believe in yourself, join the program because the program works. If I did it with my little English, being an Latin girl here in Texas with just $200, and I made it. I made $88,000 in just my first flip, which is my salary from my salon. Everybody can make it. So join.
All right. Quincy, what do you say to the person that says, man, I got kids, I got, elderly parents, I work a full-time job, my wife works a full-time job. That's something that I want to do, but I simply don't have the time.
Get a team around you. A thinking alike team that's going to work with you and great mentorship. It makes it easy.
All right. Ashley, to the single person, I'm going to take gender off of it, that's like, there's got to be more than this for me. There's got to be more than this for me and my children. What do you say to them, him or her?
I would say you have to bet on yourself. You have to believe in yourself, spread your wings, and fly. And don't get addicted to the knowledge, but allergic to the execution. So that's what I would say.
That's
Don't
a
keep-
t-shirt.
Don't
Wait,
keep coming to these
Wait,
events.
that's a t-shirt. That's a t-shirt.
Yeah, I would say don't keep coming to these events. Don't keep watching life and time is passing you by. Just bet on yourself, believe in yourself, jump and learn on the way down. Don't overthink it, just go.
I love it. Tanika, close us out. Give somebody something as we close out.
I would say that your yes, you saying yes now is for people that you don't know. Like, I've met so many people to say, you encouraged me today because you did your social media posting. I encourage, my program is for veterans as well because I want people to know you can do this. You don't have to rely on benefits of the military. So your yes is helping somebody that you don't know yet. And if you're a believer, you already know it's not about you anyway. So take that leap because you're going to help somebody else.
All right, Miss Shayla, close us out.
I just want to say that I am beyond grateful to be on stage with all of these people, and we've used the word community a lot today, and this community is truly life-changing. Tanika and I did our flips at the same time, so just to call her and be like, girl, today really, like, I was throwing in the towel with her too. So just to have somebody to hold your hand and to go through the process with you so you don't have to make those mistakes. I mean, you invest in yourself, yes, it's going to cost, but the mistakes cost more. So that's all.
Mic drop.